All right, so I just want to talk about that storm that we had this past weekend, Sunday into Monday, the 25th into the 26th. As a very distant future hopeful for governor of Connecticut, I'm talking 20 years out. I don't see this as happening anytime soon. I got a long ways to go to build myself up, get some credibility as a politician and all this. But as somebody who hopefully someday will achieve that goal, I just want to talk about what I would do if I was in the office. I'm not a fan of Ned Lamont at all. I don't think that he really ever has the citizens' best interest in mind. He does what he wants, and that's all. I mean, I know one thing that the people have been complaining about for a long time, well over a year at least, is that whole public benefits surcharge crap on our electric and gas bills. And has he addressed it in the slightest bit at all? Nope, because he don't care about that. It's not on his agenda for himself. It's not a DNC talking point. It's not. They would benefit the regular people. He don't care about us. So, but anyways, I say that because what I'm going to talk about isn't really to slight him, ironically. It's just what I would do. He had his approach that he had some kind of travel restrictions or something that lasted until Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. They expired. So what I would have done instead if I was in his position is I would have just shut the state down from 12:30 on Sunday, 12:30 in the afternoon Sunday till 12:30 on Monday. Just a 24-hour shutdown. Now, the reason for this is because, first off, I mean, that snow really was coming down. On Sunday, I went out at about 3 o'clock p.m. to do like I don't know, try to get ahead of it and do like a wave one shovel. And there had to be 7 inches already, if not more. There was a lot of snow already, and it was still coming down pretty heavy. And that was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it snowed until, what, very early Monday morning? Like when I went back out Monday morning to shovel for round two, there was just as much snow as I had on Sunday. So my point is having the state open is kind of just pointless. What do people need to be going out and about for? You don't. It's dangerous out. Stay home and just make it so that, having this shutdown makes it so that people are forced to be home. So businesses aren't open. Nobody has to be at work. Nobody thinks they have to be at work either. When I say thinks, I mean people who are like small business owners. Like, I gotta be open. I gotta make money. No, you don't. You gotta be home where you're nice and safe and don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about trying to drive home in this crap later. You don't have to worry about trying to, I don't know, worry about shoveling or plowing or snow blowing or whatever your driveway out when you get home so you can park. You're home and that's it. The only people that really should have been on the road was just anybody affiliated with snow removal. So obviously the town and state plows, and anybody who has contracts for places such as Walmart or individual people's homes, and they're going to go plow their driveways for them. But that's it. Everyone else should have been home. Every business should have just been closed. Everyone should have just been home. I mean, I guess the hospitals would still have to be staffed, unfortunately, for them. But, I mean, it is what it is. If somebody has a dire health condition, you can't not have the hospital open. But you know what I mean. Most majority of people should have just been home. One thing that I'm thinking of, or actually I should say two things that I'm thinking of, that just seemed ridiculous is like on Sunday. I know Walmart was open on Sunday. I know this because I know people that work there. And it's like, why does Walmart need to be open when it's crappy out? Who's going to Walmart in the middle of a snowstorm anyways? Like, what do you need that desperately that you're going to go out in the middle of a pretty heavy snowstorm when the roads are crappily plowed too? What do you need to get? Nothing. Anything that you needed to get, you should have already got the days prior. We knew the storm was coming for a week. You had a week to get whatever you needed. You could have stayed home on Sunday. I mean, geez, in all fairness, the snow started at about 9 in the morning on Sunday. So even if you got up early on Sunday and got to Walmart 10:30 in the morning or earlier, you probably would have been fine because the snow didn't start fast. It started a little bit slow. So, it doesn't need to be open at 3 in the afternoon in the middle of the storm, 4 in the afternoon. But I'm just thinking of these employees. Let's say you're somebody that works first shift and you go in at 7 in the morning and your shift is 7 to 4. So you go in at 7, there's no snow. Everything's nice and fine. The roads are nice and clear. Your vehicle's totally clean. You do your shift and now you go out. You got 8 inches of snow on your car. Who knows how well it's plowed at Walmart? Maybe you have to try to dig yourself out as well if you have a shovel. If you don't, maybe Walmart will let you borrow one. I don't know. But otherwise, then what you do? Now you're borderline stuck at Walmart possibly if you can't get out. And then if you do get out, now you got to drive carefully on these crappy roads. And I keep saying crappy because they were not plowed very well at all. I was very annoyed. I had to go out late on Sunday. I went out at like 4 o'clock. And the roads were terrible. And I'm talking the main roads. Well, not Sunday, I mean Monday. I had to go out. And they were still terrible. The storm was over and everything, and the roads were horrible. So, if that's how bad they still were after the storm was over, then I know they were very terrible during the storm. So yeah, you're leaving Walmart, now you gotta drive home slowly and try to be careful. Watch out for other people. Make sure nobody's not paying attention and crash into you or whatever. And then when you get home, then what? Now your driveway is possibly not shoveled or plowed or anything, so now you got to deal with that. You just worked all day. Now you got to shovel yourself in. You're not even shoveling yourself out. You got to shovel yourself in, just so you can get in your driveway and park your car. And all of this is so that then you can work your minimum wage job or slightly above minimum wage. It's not like you're making $100 an hour and it's like, okay, this is a pain in the butt, but it's worth it. No, at best you're making like maybe $21 an hour. All that for $21 an hour? And for what? 10 customers? Walmart desperately needed to be open for 10 customers? No. On the flip side, then there's the people who go in early on Monday. And then what? You got to get up extra early so you can shovel yourself out, clean your vehicle off. And again, drive slowly to work because the roads sucked and were not cleaned very well at all. And, risk yourself crashing into a tree, telephone pole, banking, any of that. It's uncalled for. When I was outside on Monday, re-shoveling, doing my round 2 of shoveling, the mail guy came around. Now, the mail guy in my area is a walking mail person. And when I saw him, I thought, what? There's mail today? Why? Why do we need to have mail today? Like, it's crappy out. Mail is not that important. It could wait. It could wait until Tuesday. Like, those people should just have the day off by default. It is not that important. So that means this guy who does the mail had to get up extra early probably to clean his vehicle and shovel himself out so he could get out, make it to the post office, and get ready for his job. Then he also had to take the LLV that he gets to borrow, because even though he's a walking mail person, he still drives in the area and parks and then does his walking route. So it's like he has to take one of those crappy vehicles out, and I know they suck in the snow because my mom used to do mail when I was a kid. So I know they suck in the snow. And so he had to take that thing out after he just struggled to get himself to work, drive to the location, and now he has to walk around all day in the snow and slush and all this. And it's dangerous everywhere. People are still trying to shovel, so I'm sure there's driveways and yards that aren't even shoveled out, and he's going to walk through that. It's ridiculous. So at the end of the day, I feel like if the state was just closed, then all of this could be avoided. People would be forced to have to be home while it's crappy, and then you have time like I did on Sunday afternoon to shovel yourself out for round 1. Then you had time in the morning to get up and shovel yourself out for round 2. And if you did still have to go to work, like let's say you work second shift somewhere, like Walmart again, for example, then you could go and do it comfortably. You have time. You don't have to feel rushed or anything. I guess you'd have time no matter what, but you know what I'm trying to say. Maybe say you work first shift, but you're like, hey, can I work second shift instead today just to make up my hours? And say they allowed it because a lot of people called out or something. You have that opportunity. You don't have to worry about getting up super early in the morning, like, oh, I gotta go in for 7 in the morning. No, you have until like 12 now, so now you have more time. It just makes sense. It also gives the plow guys more time. There's no people on the road. They have more time to focus on just cleaning up. Who knows? Maybe that's half the reason why the road sucked, because there was other cars and people driving around and cars parked on the side of the road or whatever. If there was just everyone was home, then the roads are just wide open for them to do what they need to do, clean it up, make it look great, and then you go out. Then you go out and do your thing. Go shopping, go to work, etc. So, yeah. And this random picture here, I think this is a picture from my local Walmart. It kind of looks like it. And I just wanted to show this picture because, since I was referencing Walmart, that snow pile, you can tell, is pretty dang high. I mean, look at this tree right here. My finger is way off. Look at this tree right here versus this snow pile. It's a pretty substantial snow pile. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you worked in the morning and then you leave, there's a ton of snow in the parking lot. That didn't get cleaned right away. So, yeah. That's just what I would have done if I already had the position of governor. I would have shut down the state for that 24-hour period. Just makes sense for everyone, and it makes the plow people's jobs easier. Anyhow, that's all I got. So thanks for listening, and